Red FM's FIFO Life. Big Al here with you, and it's now time for your tip of the week, thanks to Chesswork Group. Got Alex here with me. How are you, mate?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Today, going to talk about not to make the mistake of not investing. There are a lot of scary stories going out when people think about investing, and I imagine you've heard a few of them, just laugh them off. Tell me a little bit about investing and why we should be doing it.
Oh, look, just on that, yeah, there are a lot of horror stories out there, and yeah, no, they're not even to be laughed at. Like, I see some people that really got themselves in a lot of trouble investing. But what people don't talk about is one of the bigger risks is not investing at all, because at the end of the day, if you don't invest in something, you're just on the path to living on the pension, which, in my humble opinion, I think that's really living in poverty.
No, I agree completely. It's not exactly a lot these days. Especially with the age creeping up and stuff like that. It's not good at all. We're going to talk a little bit about, people being paralyzed with knowledge is the way I can think of saying it. These days, so many things are at your fingertips when it comes to research and stuff, but people don't know what to do with it. That's right.
I mean, this is the thing, can be so overwhelming. You've got the internet out there. You've got so many different voices. You've got so many different websites. You've got, and it's really just, where do you begin? That's what I suppose the catchphrase out there is analysis paralysis, So if you think about it now, we're at a time when there is so much access to information. If you compare this to any other time that was parents' generation before that, they just didn't have the same access to information they've got today. So it can be overwhelming. Where do you start? What are you looking for? And ultimately, I think that the best place to start is, first of all, with your budget.
Okay.
Right? Because if you can't afford to do it, then you
shouldn't be doing it.
You shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
That's right, exactly. So that's number one port of call, and this is where a lot of people, even experienced investors, they can kind of get themselves into trouble because they don't really, have a handle on what it is that they're spending.
Okay, that can definitely come around and bite you in the butt, I can imagine.
Yeah, and this is the thing. I mean, people would, know other people out there that, they've bought their house and, got their dream home, but now they're living on 2-minute noodles because they can't afford anything else.
Guilty. You talked a little bit about research and people not knowing where to start. Where do people start?
Well, look, this is the thing, isn't it? I mean, ultimately, at the risk of sounding biased, there's a good place to start is looking to a professional like myself that's doing the research every day. That's not to say you shouldn't verify what these people are saying as well. Like, so in a lot of ways, they'll do the research, they'll, show you brochures, and this is where it kind of, it is a bit scary too, because don't just rely on the brochures. I can tell you from personal experience that even the builders that I work with when I position properties for investors, they'll give you brochures that'll make any area really look like the Taj Mahal.
Yeah,
right.
That's what brochures do.
That's what brochures do. So my advice is to, have a look at it, look at the pretty pictures and look at all the stats, but then verify it yourself. Get onto Google. That's the thing. You can always fact check whatever anyone's saying. That's the beautiful thing about the information. So what I would say is, going to one of those professionals is a good place to start. To start,
or would you prefer people to go out there, do their research, then come to the professional? What's the best order?
Well, yeah, no, it's a great question. I think that doing both is a good thing, so concurrently, and the thing is that the other bit of advice, I suppose, when doing the research is don't just look at your own area, because this is where people come unstuck as well, is that they think, I'm going to do my research, and then they research the area that they live in and go, this particular street looks good.
Yeah, go to my local real estate agent and go, of course they're going to say good things, you're in that area. Yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, one of the first port of call is have a look at Australia as one market. This is the thing, this is the beautiful thing. You don't have to go overseas or anything like that. Just look at Australia as one market and go, what's happening economically around the country. So, and it comes back to unfortunately, Perth is probably not a good time to invest right now. But if you have a look at other markets like over in the eastern states, they're absolutely booming. So I like to, even when I sit down with a client, is I narrow it down. I go, look, this is what's happening in Australia. These are all the capital cities, and first thing you can have a look is look on RP data, Core Logic, and you'll see like capital cities everywhere. All the capital cities are actually experiencing growth, except for Perth and Darwin right now.
Oh wow! Well, people want more tips because that's a very good one. They can download your ebook for free.
Yes.
Now, where can they go to do that?
They can go to my website at www.chessworkgroup.com.au. So I'll have a page there where they can kind of download the ebook, put in their details, and we'll, email a copy for them and have a look. And I think it's a good place to start, because I'm going to outline the top 11 mistakes that investors make that I've seen in my time, and that you should definitely avoid at all costs.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much for your time today, and good tip.
Thank you.
And if you want a copy of that free ebook, make sure to go to the website chessworkgroup.com.au. More FIFO Life to come after this.